We should be going. Let's see here. Oh, that's YouTube. Let's see here. Are we going? We are going. Okay. Let's see here. Let me pull it up over here so I can see chat, and then we'll be good. Good to go. Okay. Anyways, everybody, we're here. We are rolling. Good. And what is up? Hope everybody's doing well here on September the 6th, 2023. Man, time is moving on. And yeah, I just wanted to hop on here and talk a little bit of boxing. We're here on Box Live right now. I know it's a big week in mixed martial arts with UFC 293, but I did just want to talk about the UFC. About boxing for a minute. So if that can be done, that's what I'd like to do. So here, let me tweet it out also that we're live real fast, just in case anybody from Twitter wants to see or happens to see. Here in just a second, we're going to discuss some Box Live right here. Okay, we're good. Let's see here. We're gonna go to championship and rankings. We're gonna do boxing rankings because I always think that that's a fun thing to do. I think it's always interesting to see how everything looks like they're shaping up. You know what I mean? So right here, you got all the men's boxing weight classes from minimum weight all the way up to heavyweight. It's a lot of weight classes. Yeah, I think that could be a reason that a lot of people don't pay attention to the sport. I will say is because, to be honest, I think that most people, if you're looking at these are very small weight classes, right? Let me Google what these small weight classes even are. Which I do enjoy watching some of these smaller weight classes, but it does get slightly hard to understand them all. See, so strawweight is 105. So this starts right here. Let's see. This one starts at strawweight as well, but it's called minimum weight on here. So, yeah, you've got junior flyweight though, and that's 105 pounds. So I'm just telling you, most American boxing fans are not watching below, I'd say 118. 118 obviously is where Naoya Inoue was, but Inoue won titles, I think, at junior flyweight. Let me Google Naoya Inoue real fast. Let's see here. Inoue should have fought. Let me see. Yeah, 4 division weight champion. Yeah, that was a flyweight. So he fought at flyweight. Or was that junior flyweight? I believe that's flyweight. No, that might be junior flyweight actually, because this is super flyweight and it skips a weight division right there. So I think he won a division. He won a title at 108 and then won a title at 115, then won at 118, and then now is won at featherweight. Naoya Inoue right here versus Marlon Taples will be a great fight. That's going to be coming up soon, probably December. I hope that gets done before the end of the year. That's a fight that I'm personally looking forward to. I watch every Naoya Inoue fight. I don't want to say he's underrated because everybody knows Naoya Inoue, but if you're in the boxing scene, that is. But like people outside the boxing scene are still a little bit, behind the times on Naoya Inoue. The man is definitely a top pound for pound fighter in the world, one or two. But actually, he's two. He's behind Terence Crawford, but he's certifiably number 2 now. But he's on that top 3 pound for pound of boxing. So very impressive stuff from Naoya Inoue recently. But very underrated for guys like this in the heavyweight division. Which honestly, I like heavyweight. Okay, but I don't know if it's my favorite division to watch. So the ring still has Usyk as the champ. Pretty. Nothing crazy there. Obviously, he's still the champ. WBO champ, IBF champ, WBA champ, everything except WBC. Tyson Fury is clinging onto that WBC belt. It's kind of crazy. He's fighting, Francis Ngannou. That's a crazy fight. And the fact that the WBC is not stripping him is sort of crazy, but they think Tyson Fury is a giant draw, so I guess you do what you want with that. I think Usyk's the more respectable heavyweight champion right now because of what he's doing. And honestly, that last fight, that fight that he had, everybody, goes crazy over it. Let's look at little Alexander Usyk right here. Let's see where the controversy is. The Daniel Dubois fight. Yeah, I didn't think it was that controversial. It doesn't matter, but to me, I just don't matter what you guys think. I think if he had gotten knocked out with that low blow, he would have gotten back up. Okay, I don't think that was going to be the end of him anyways, but you'd never do know, to be honest, but I thought he was going to get back up, even if you don't consider that a low blow, but I consider it a low blow. I thought it was very low, but whatever. People don't see it the same way. I am not going to riot over that. But Usyk, what he's doing, fighting real heavyweights right now, and not Tyson Fury, which I get. Tyson Fury did fight some real heavyweights in Derek Chisora and Dillian White, but let's be honest, those guys aren't guys that really you'd want to be seeing fight Tyson Fury. Was Dillian White not a rematch? And then the Derek Chisora fight, I think that was a trilogy, even though he had been, he's been in decline. And honestly, Derek Chisora is a, classy guy, respectable man and all, but did anybody think he was going to be Tyson Fury? I mean, I want some real competition for Tyson Fury. These fights, the Anthony Joshua fights were good, that was when he got the titles, but man, good stuff from Alexander Usyk recently. That last fight against Daniel Dubois was iffy, but he broke him over 9 rounds and finished him, so I don't really care about that. This is the Ring's rankings. You look at that, Fury, Wilder, Joshua, Zhilei Zhang, Andy Ruiz, Dillian White, Joe Joyce, Luis Ortiz, Joe Parker, and then Philip Hargrove, man. That's Hargrove, man. He's not undefeated. Let's be honest. That he lost to Zhilei Zhang. Andy Ruiz is an interesting guy, but I think Tyson beats him fairly easy. If I'm going over here out of guys that Tyson loses to, my most interesting matchups would be Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, and Zhilei Zhang, and then maybe Alexander Usyk. Well, actually, Alexander Usyk would be number 1, but if we can't get the Usyk matchup, you got to go Wilder and then Joshua, because we've seen the Wilder fight. He's failed 3 times, but he always has the power to end it. So you can never count Deontay Wilder out, no matter what. You know what I mean? He could be down 12 rounds. He could be down 11 rounds and finish you in the 12th. You know what I mean? There's no way to count Deontay Wilder out of a fight. He's never out of a fight. He can always win a fight. He can knock out anybody. So that's why he doesn't need the skill that all these other guys need. He just has that one-punch power. So, one of my favorite guys in the division is Zhilei Zhang, though. I will say, this man right here. Underrated man just beat Joe Joyce. And that fight against Philip Harpgirl was not. He did not lose that fight. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. He did not lose it. It was a clear as day robbery, but he just doesn't have the names yet. But the Joe Joyce fight put a lot of people on notice of Zhilei Zhang, and I've been on this man for a bit now. I'm not gonna act like I was on him for a long time, but I was watching this Philip Harpgirl fight, and I was like, dude, he's winning this fight, and then he got robbed, and then it's sad to see, but whatever, man. Was this on the Tyson Fury card? I can't remember. I cannot remember. Was this fight on the Tyson Fury card? I feel like they put another heavyweight fight on the card because they normally do. Like, I don't know why we've just gone white nowadays. We can't even see. Let's see. Go back. Because I believe that was on the Tyson Fury card. It had to be. T-Mobile Arena? There's just no way it wasn't, if I have my opinion. Oh, it was on the Canelo Alvarez. That's my fault. What are your thoughts on Sean Strickland versus Israel Adesanya? Sean Strickland, very interesting man on the microphone. There just ain't no way that he wins the fight. He's got a good defense. I'm not underrating Sean Strickland. He's actually very interesting, but I just think that he's not. He can outstrike these other guys. Jared Cannonier, he was iffy on outstriking Jared, but he just can't. He can't do Izzy like that, man. I just don't see him beating Izzy. I think Izzy's gonna kick his leg, bounce around. We're gonna get a 5-round Israel Adesanya decision. That's my prediction. We will see, though. We will see on what happens with that situation. UFC 293 will be fun, though. I will see. Anyways, though, yeah, man, these boxing rankings, the Ring Magazine, some people trust it. It's an alright ranking, but WBC, man, right here, I've been watching a lot of Jared Anderson fights recently, but that's just because Top Rank is pretty much going crazy with him. He's everywhere, dude. Jared Anderson is literally everywhere. The man just doesn't, I don't know. He doesn't take off, man. In that last fight, he did look better than in the fight previous to that one, where he fought Caleb Martin. Much better. Anyways, that's the heavyweight division landscape. Luis Ortiz, interesting guy, but just can't compete with the top guys. Definitely now that he's older. Yeah, man. Some interesting stuff, for sure, in that heavyweight division, but to each their own. Not my favorite division, though, I will say. Interesting. I think everybody's favorite division right now in boxing is the lightweight division, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong indeed, man. Let's go on down to cruiserweight. I do not watch much cruiserweight, man. I'm going to be honest, man. But, these names, they just don't be ringing bells with me in the cruiserweight division. There are some good fighters in here, though. Most guys are undefeated, though, in the top rankings. But I feel like cruiserweight, it's interesting. Like heavyweight takes a jump to get to heavyweight, and then it's interesting again. Light heavyweight, this division's always interesting because of Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol, the man that beat Canelo Alvarez. That's pretty much all he's known for these days. But his last fight was good. He just doesn't fight often. So neither of these guys fight very often. So that's all I have to say about this division. They got interesting champions, but they just don't fight very much. I mean, not much to it other than that. I mean, there's good names in here. And they're interesting they're interesting champions, to be honest. Pound for pound boxer number 1 right now. It's got to be Terrence Crawford. To me, it goes Terrence Crawford, and then it's got to be Naoya Inoue. And then from there, you can have it however you'd like, but that's got to be your 1 and 2. And then you can go from there. I feel like the casual next pick is Gervonta Davis, but Gervonta's good, man. You know what I mean? So that's up to whoever to decide that one. Terrence Crawford's win though was crazy over Errol Spence. Yeah, this champions they just ain't hitting. We'll do some UFC talk here in a minute though, to be honest. Especially if I get my boy Lucas on here. Anyways though, it's interesting, man. Super middleweight, a lot of people's favorite weight class. Everybody's got to say, David Benavidez is being ducked right now by Canelo Alvarez, but it's just not the case, is it? Everybody's acting like there's always going to be a young up-and-comer in the sport, and David Benavidez really isn't that young, but he's still an up-and-comer right now. Everybody's like, oh, he's the new undefeated guy on the block, like Canelo Alvarez hasn't beat undefeated guys, but there are a lot of people in this division that are undefeated. Demetrius Andrade, that's an interesting fight. You know what I mean? Nobody cares about Demetrius Andrade very much. He doesn't get near as much hype as most of these guys do, but he's an undefeated guy, 32-0. David Benavidez, though, is very interesting, I will say. And that fight that he put on with Caleb Plant was a great fight. I do have to say, Caleb Plant is really growing on me. I did not like Caleb Plant as an undefeated fighter, but after he lost to Canelo, man, he got underrated. And then after that, he's my boy again, man. After he beat Anthony Durrell, that was interesting. So I have to put Caleb Plant as one of my most favorite fighters. Probably not one of the best fighters, but definitely one of my favorite fighters. He's just like that old school mentality of fighter that is just willing to fight, doesn't care about the record. And then, I think once he lost, he's good to go. So that's why he's interesting in my opinion. But 168, obviously a great weight class and probably one of my favorite. Moving on down though, right now to middleweight, 160. This weight class is strange to me. You got Janet Bank as number 1 in the WBO, and then Jermall Charlo's the WBC champ. Yeah, this big Charlo is just not as interesting as Jermell, but it's up to each their own, I guess. Lara, this weight class just doesn't hit. You got Gennady Golovkin in the weight class. Some big names, to be honest, but just not really. Shane Mosley Jr.? Hold on a second. Okay, hold on. Anyway, so, it's interesting stuff, but just not my cup of tea. Not like this. This division's good. Jermall Charlo's the division 154. Jermell's an interesting undisputed champion. Everybody wants to see him fight Tim Tszyu, but, that fight getting put on the back burner so Jermell can fight Canelo. So interesting stuff though. You got this man Liam Smith right here. After that loss to Chris Eubank, not gonna be number 2 on the ring anymore. Anyways, moving on down to one of the best divisions right here. You got Boots Ennis. That's my boy right there. Anyways, you got the champ, pound for pound number 1, Terrence Bud Crawford, 40-0, and he just beat Errol Spence, the other guy in the top pound for pound. Anyways, what are my thoughts on Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury? I think it's an easy fight for Tyson Fury. Deontay Wilder, I guarantee you, hits harder than Francis Ngannou does, and he knows how to throw a punch in boxing. And he actually has fought multiple guys in boxing and has multiple wins over world champions, defeated very good competition. Luis Ortiz, just tons of names. And then you think that Francis Ngannou is going to go in there and KO him, a shorter Deontay Wilder. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I think Tyson Fury jabs him, puts him, he might put pressure on him, honestly. And then at just one point, I just think he's going to finish him. And that's how it's going to be, man. But it does not mean that much, to be honest. So, it's kind of that influencer boxing type stuff right there. But that's my thoughts on that fight. But you got Spence in this division. Errol Spence needs to move up. The rematch between Spence and Crawford has to take place at 154 pounds at the least, man. At the least. Terrence Crawford, though, pound for pound number 1 in boxing right now. Gerard Boots Ennis, interesting guy right here to keep an eye on. I don't think he's champ yet, but, Terrence Crawford leaves, who knows. There's some undefeated guys within here, but, overall, Boots, you got to take Boots, Spence, and Terrence Crawford from that weight class. Moving on down to super lightweight, obviously this Teofimo Lopez and his, weight class. Dude, this weight class is full of some goofballs, man. Teofimo, he's interesting, dude. He's a good fighter, good boxer. What he did in his last fight was uncalled for, I will say. But to be honest, it's like I thought he was gonna win that fight, man. I thought people were overhyping Josh Taylor, but whatever, man. Whatever. Anyways, there's a lot of good guys in here. It's just, I mean, there's not much you can say about this weight class, other than Rolando Rolly Romero being a champion. That's crazy, dude. That just makes me laugh. I don't know why. That fight that Rolando Romero had in his last fight, dude, Rolly with the early stoppage. Rolly is the goofball, bro. But anyways, Regis Prograis gonna fight Devin Haney next. Interesting, you know what I mean? New Orleans. That's an interesting guy right there. But really, T.O. is the main guy in this weight class. And I think everybody wants to see Devin Haney beat Regis Prograis and then have T.O. versus Devin Haney. I think that would be a very interesting fight to make. But, who knows? Boxing's so weird, some fights never get made. Now right here we've got the lightweight division, my personal favorite division. I think it's everybody's favorite division, man. You've got guys like Devin Haney. You've got guys like Vasily Lomachenko. You've got guys like Gervonta Tank Davis. You've got guys like Isaac Cruz. You've got guys like Shakur Stevenson, George Ferocious Kambosos, and my boy Frank Martin. Anyways, Ghost needs to fight Shakur Stevenson. That's what the WBC is going to be setting up because Devin Haney's vacated his titles, man. So, yeah, you can tell right here the WBC does not have Devin Haney as the champion anymore, whereas the WBO, the IBF, and the WBA still have him as champion. They've also have, Gervonta Davis is the WBA champion, man, but I think isn't he the regular champion of the world? Anyways, interesting guy in Gervonta Davis, one of my favorite fighters, but, Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis get more of the attention out of these fighters than pretty much everybody else here. Shakur is a pretty big star in that division, but I'd say you got to go with Gervonta Davis to be the biggest star. Frank Martin's interesting. Vasily Lomachenko, interesting. I don't want to say he's overrated, but, he gets a lot of attention even though he's a little bit older now these days. George Kambosos is pretty famous, but, Devin Haney was probably the guy during this division, but no longer, man. He's gone, bro. He's gone, but that's my favorite division. This division right here, featherweight, super featherweight, very interesting. Oscar Valdez, Joe Cordina, champion. Emmanuel Navarrete. That fight between Emmanuel Navarrete and Oscar Valdez, that was about a month ago. That fight was crazy. Very, very interesting fight. You got Hector Luis Garcia, which, his only loss is to Gervonta Davis on January the 7th, 2022. That was the day before my birthday. I remember that one. Interesting, good guys right down here at this division. Joe Cordina, the champ from Wales. I saw him beat, dude, I forgot who he beat. No, he beat Kenichi Agwe in that fight. I remember watching that one in Wales. And then he came back and beat Shavkat Rakhmonov. But, interesting guys in this division, I will say. It's a very interesting division. I feel like these lower divisions, more UK guys like Joe Cordina. But, it's interesting nonetheless. I guess. Featherweight. This is actually one of my favorite divisions too. Robeisy Ramirez, good champion. Luis Alberto Ramirez Lopez is a good champ. Lee Wood just beat. Who did he just beat? Why am I tweaking? He beat Mauricio Lara in his last fight. Robeisy Ramirez is probably the best champion in this weight class, though. Ray Vargas, though, is actually pretty good. Anyways. Interesting guys in this division, I do have to say. Super bantamweight. This is the Naoya Inoue now division, pretty much. Marlon Tapales, that'll be a good fight when that fight happens. But, Naoya Inoue just beat Stephen Fulton, so that fight's probably going to happen in December. So that'll be a good one when that one does happen. And then bantamweight, this is where, to me, you start to lose me. You got Takuma Inoue down here and Jason Maloney. Those are really some of the only names I know down here. And then you definitely get into a lot lesser of names down here at these divisions. Yeah, minimum weight, and then that's it, man. And then also, I did want to show we are going to be going. Oh no, we can't be looking at UFC Fight Pass. Gonna get sued by the UFC. Don't want that. Anyways, let's hit up UFC.com here. We'll take a look at the rankings here. You know, looking at these rankings, man, there's some interesting guys for sure. Anyways, though, let me break this down. Hold up 1 second. Okay, we're good. First weight class, flyweight. Alexandre Pantoja. Interesting champ, just beat Brandon Moreno. The third fight, but, you know, you could put him as one of my favorite champions, but I don't know. Sean O'Malley coming off that win over Aljamain Sterling, which I did predict Sean O'Malley would do, but Sean loses me with, I don't want to say the casual fans, but like the 16-year-old TikTok edit fans. That's the only thing that makes me not like Sean O'Malley very much. The people that are like Nelk fans and stuff. That's the people that kind of get on my nerves. It's the only reason I'm not all in on Sean O'Malley as being like a, you know, fun champion. Oh my gosh, my boy right here, Alexander the Great Volkanovski. Yeah, not much to say about him, but great champion. Got to fight Ilia Topuria next. That's a fight that everybody wants to see, and you know, Volk is great, man. Best champion right now, most dominant champion right now. I don't care about John Jones. He's not the most dominant champion right now. The man can't even pass a steroid test. Anyways, let me chill out. Islam Makhachev, he's great. Deshaun Strickland clear out the not Sean Strickland, Sean O'Malley clear out the division. Let's see here. He beats Aljamain. He loses to Murad Dvalishvili. He beats Henry Cejudo because Henry is unfortunately 3 feet tall. He beats Corey. No, he loses to Corey Sandhagen. Corey Sandhagen, in my opinion, is my favorite martial artist and one of my favorite fighters, dude. Corey Sandhagen might be my favorite fighter. We're gonna ignore the fact of what he did to Rob Font. Corey Sandhagen is my favorite fighter, man. Right now, Corey Sandhagen is my favorite fighter. Yeah, and Corey is gonna beat Sean O'Malley when that fight happens. Got the superior grappling, and he has the superior striking. Don't let people fool you with Sean O'Malley being a good striker. It's not that. It's the fact that he's 8,000 feet tall, okay? So when he's gonna fight somebody like Corey, he's gonna lose. Corey Sandhagen, the new human backpack, he doesn't even get him in the backpack position. He just sets him right there and just lays on him, dude. That's a dominance right there by Corey. So give me Corey to beat Sean with ease. Peter Yan, dude, I feel like if they rematch, Sean O'Malley's beating him this time again. Like, I think it's going to be clear if they fight this time. I don't know why I want to say that. I just feel like Peter's not been having the best of luck right now. Once Piotr comes back and gets a win over somebody, then I'll be like, okay. Cheeto, dude, let's not act like that fight was not a fluke, bro. I'll give it to the Cheeto fans. They won that fight. But that fight, you know, he got hurt, man. John Mundy is a fan of the Dagestani style now. No, the Dagestani style, they get submissions, dude. I'm a fan of the Corey Sandhagen lay and pray style, man. That's the best style in the game. Anyway, Song Yadong. Give him 3 years. Song Yadong's the champion of the world, man. My boy Song. That is, dude, him and Corey. That fight pained me, dude. But they were 2 for 2. Top 5 most talented bantamweights right now. Let me get out. Let me finish the fact that Sean O'Malley. Let me speed through this now. He beats Rob Font, beats Dominic Cruz, beats Pedro Munoz. He beats Umar Nurmagomedov no matter how many people want to act like he doesn't. Ricky Simone beats his Jonathan Martinez. I don't even think I've ever seen a Jonathan Martinez fight. Dude, who is this man? How have I never heard of Jonathan Martinez? Adrian Yanez he beats, and Chris Gutierrez he also beats. Dude, poor Jonathan Martinez. I've never heard of this man. Dude, how have I never heard of this man? Oh, I have heard of him. He beat dude. Oh my gosh, he beat Saeed Nurmagomedov in his last fight. Oh my gosh. I just didn't realize that's what he looked like. Anyways, that's my fault. Top 5 best bantamweights right now. The number 1 bantamweight in the world is Merab Dvalishvili. If we're going lineal, he was the person that best beat Petr Yan. And Petr Yan was the best bantamweight in the world at the time. Don't care if Aljo was the champ or not. Give me Merab number 1. At the 2 spot, give me Petr. At the 3, give me Corey Sandhagen. At the 4, give me Sean. And then at the 5, give me Aljamain Sterling. Yeah, I think that's how I'd like it. That's how I'd like it right there. That's how I would like it to be. That's my top 5 most talented bantamweights as we speak. There's just no doubt in my mind that that's what it is, man. There's just no way it's not. Dude, I'm waiting on more questions here. for my boy. Look at Bryce Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell, man. Bryce Mitchell. Thug nasty, baby. Agreeable? Okay. That's what I was thinking, dude. That's what I was thinking. Come on now. I need more questions now, Lucas Beam. Dude, Natalia Silva. Champ right here. Future champ. Natalia Silva, number 13. Keep an eye on her. Alexa Grasso. Does Bryce Mitchell win against Dan Ige? 1,000%, dude. Look at this. Look at Dan Ige. Tapology, bro. This man is not on it, dude. Dan Ige is all right. He's just got that, like, Rob Font type of style, dude. That's just like, like, he could win, but nah, he's just not gonna, is he? He beat Nate Landwehr, but everybody beats Nate Landwehr, dude. Seen a big win by Twister submission. He does not get it by Twister submission, I guarantee it. He's only had 1 Twister submission, bro. But I mean, honestly, Dan Ige has lost a good competition. Movsar Evloev, Josh Emmett, Chan Sung Jung, and Calvin Kattar, dude. But why are you losing the Korean Zombie in 2021, man? What is going on with that, Dan Ige? I forgot Bryce Mitchell was undefeated in the UFC until Ilia Topuria crushed him, dude. That was awful stuff right there, man. If you're a Bryce Mitchell fan, dude. One of 3 Twister submissions in UFC history, though. TKZ, first man to do it. Then that man Bryce Mitchell got it done. And then that man Damon Blackshear recently got it done. Yeah, I remember watching the Edson Barbosa win when he dropped him in the first round, and then after that he kind of just grappled him for the next 2 rounds. Does Bryce Mitchell stay in the rankings for very long? Let me see who I think Bryce Mitchell could beat, by the way. Because I think he can. He's like the... Dude, like, he beats Alex Kinsakers, dude. Like, he wins these fights. Sadiq Yusuf would be a dangerous fight for him. Movsar Evloev, I would not like that matchup with him. I think he's going to lose that fight if they do that next. He loses to Giga. He loses to Calvin Kattar. He could beat Josh Emmett. He loses to Ilya. Loses to Arnold. Loses to Brian. Loses to Yair. Loses to Max. And he loses to Volk, man. He's going to stay, I think, at like perpetually from 10 to 15. He's going to float around there. Might fall out occasionally and then come back in. But he's going to stick in that range, I think, for most of his career. How old is Bryce Mitchell, too, by the way? Let's see here. 28. He's not even that old. So maybe he could get a little bit better and maybe get in that top 5. Maybe one day we will see a Bryce Mitchell title shot. If the UFC sets it up in the right pathway, like, this is what they got to do. They got to, give him a fight next. They got to build Josh Emmett. They got to build him off Josh Emmett. You know what I mean? Put not Brian Ortega. You got to put that man Bryce Mitchell in there with Josh Emmett. And then after that, dude, you've got to just set him up with Max Holloway, dude. You got to put him in like a number 1 contenders fight. Just like, dude, there's no way that you really get him there. So, I mean, he's got to like Dricus du Plessis his way into a title shot. Exactly like what Dricus did. And he's going to be like Dricus. He's gonna go right here. He's gonna beat Josh Emmett, and then everyone's gonna say, oh, he's not gonna beat a good guy in Max Holloway, and then he's gonna beat Max Holloway. Dricus du Plessis-esque Robert Whitaker. Prediction of the heavyweight rankings by the end of next year. Again, end of 2024. Okay, let me see here. I think Johnny Bones is gonna be retired. Ciryl Gane, this man's fixed his grappling problem for now. So we're gonna get rid of John Jones, get rid of Stipe, because Stipe ain't gonna be there no more for much longer. He's gonna lose to John, and then I think he's done. Number one, champion first. Champion, I'm going Ciryl Gane is gonna be the champion by the end of 2024. Even though Cyril's kind of getting older, to be honest. It's weird because I remember when Cyril was kind of younger, but Cyril's kind of older, man. But I still have him being champ at the end of 2024, and then at the number one contender, man. Dude, it's gonna be weird because they're gonna either fall off really hard or stay up there. I think you could see Tom Aspinall as the number one contender. Maybe loses a fight with Ciryl Gane. And then Sergey Pavlovich at the 2. Curtis Blaydes is going to be older by then, so give me Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Put him up there. Yeah, and then these other guys, dude, it's all going to be just varying. Pavlovich as champ is not a bad prediction at all. I could easily see that, but I just want to see him up against the guy like Ciryl Gane. That's a fight I'd love to see, but that's definitely a fight that could happen down the road. I've got Ciryl Gane as the champ at the end of 2024. I do want to see Sergey Pavlovich though do good, because I do like Sergey Pavlovich, but I like Ciryl Gane more, man. But Sergey Pavlovich is kind of funny. Leon or Colby right now? I think you got to go Leon Edwards, but don't let them confuse you. Kamaru Usman and Colby Covington are not the same. That's an interesting matchup because Colby Covington is a little bit more like Merab. He's going to shoot on just unlimited takedowns, but he unfortunately does not have the chin of Merab, so he might get cracked. That's the only, I could see a knee up the middle just pushing him down like a UFC 4 knockout. So for that one, it's dangerous for Colby, but I could see Colby winning it, but I think the logical choice would be Leon Edwards. I think that Leon just keeps him at range, and as Colby's trying to just run in, he just hits him with that left hand and the kicks, and I just see it being not the best for Colby. But maybe Colby in his time and as he's been, recovering from the Jorge Masvidal fight, maybe then he's been practicing some striking. If he comes out there with some striking, he could win. But, Leon Edwards, I think, gets it done, dude. And don't let them confuse you, man. Hamza Chimaev is not going to be champion. I guarantee it. He just won't, dude. He just will not be the champion. That's just a fact, bro. I hate to tell people. He's got a better chance. I don't know. It's just like, I got to see him fight more. Hamza Chimaev has literally gotten to the top by beating Gilbert Burns. That was the one fight that he won, and that he almost died in, bro. He nearly got killed by Gilbert Burns. So I don't want to hear people say he runs through people. He's not running through Izzy, bro. He's just, clip this now. When this is what's going to happen. Dricus is going to get his title shot robbed from him. UFC 294 in October. You're going to see Hamzat is going to beat Paulo Costa, and he's going to fight Izzy, and he's going to lose, bro. Or he might lose to Paulo. Hamza Chimaev has beaten one top contender in Gilbert Burns. Bilal Muhammad beat Gilbert Burns. I get that it was an arm injury or whatever, but I just don't see Hamza. I don't see it, man. I see him clipping Izzy. Okay, buddy. Dude is striking. He was getting dropped by Burns. Bro. I don't understand the Hamzat hype. I get like 2020 Hamzat hype when he was fighting like 5 times a year, and he turned back to back on 2 weeks notice, and he fought another guy. That was Hamzat hype. But this Hamzat dude, the Hamzat that barely fights, bro, there's no way this man beats Izzy, bro. There just is not. I just don't see a way he beats Izzy. Izzy's literally gonna Leon Edwards him and turn and embarrass him, bro. He doesn't beat Leon, bro. He's been fighting guys that are literally 170 pounds, bro. He's a giant. He should debatably be having to fight light heavyweight. He's not fighting. He's not gonna beat Izzy, and everybody's like, oh, he's gonna beat Kamaru Usman, and he didn't even weigh in right, bro. He's 8 pounds over. He's got to fight, bro. Hey, dude, I just don't get me started on Hamza, bro. He's not that good. People are gonna be surprised he's not that good. When people sometimes, dude, when people realize that Hamza Chimaev is overrated, that man is overrated. He's just not that good. I don't see it. He's just not that good. He's really not. I don't understand where this comes from, though. I really don't see where it comes from. I get he ragdolls Kevin Holland. He beats Kevin. Wonder Boy beat Kevin Holland, dude. Kevin Holland's dude, bro. How do you see the light heavyweight situation playing out, man? Jamal Hill ain't gonna be champ no more. Although UFC still haven't stripped him yet on the website, but we'll take his word that he's stripped. And they're gonna do Yuri Prochazka versus Alex Pereira. That's the fight to make. That fight, I see Alex Pereira getting slept, man. One of them getting slept, but I got Alex Pereira getting slept. Hamzat's number one hater for sure, dude. I'm a Hamzat hater until he proves me that he can win. I will stop being a hater. But once he beats Paulo Costa, if he does it with ease, I'll say, man, Hamzat's pretty good, man. But I don't think he's gonna beat Paulo with ease. Well, he might beat Paulo with ease because Paulo's a little bit on the spectrum, but you know. I just don't like Hamza, bro. I used to like him too. I used to be like, man, you smash. But dude, the TikTok edits ruin it for me, bro. If you're getting TikTok edits made about you, bro, you kind of ruin it, dude. When I see a Conor McGregor TikTok edit, even though I'm a Conor McGregor fan, when I see a Conor McGregor TikTok edit, dude, it makes me not want to be a fan anymore. It's like it's one of the most unappealing things in the world, bro. The only TikTok that I liked was the Leon Edwards Rocky montage thing where he came back on Kamaru Usman. But dude, don't be making TikTok edits, bro. Like Sean O'Malley is a victim of that, bro. Like the man's just, it's corny, bro. It's corny, and John Jones gets a little corny with that too, man. It's like, how many times am I gonna see John Jones be like the villain and the bad guy running across with a shotgun, bro? In that clip, he was being a good guy too, and bro, it's just like, man, I don't need to be seeing these TikTok edits, man. Like just. That's my number one pet peeve, bro. If you're getting made TikTok edits of you, that's the thing that also cringes me about Izzy sometimes, bro. It's like, I don't need to be seeing you launch. Dude, and everybody's going, oh my gosh, he did the Izzy. He did the Izzy. He did the Izzy. He did the Izzy. Bro, it's not the Izzy. That's Alex Pereira's celebration, bro. That's Alex Pereira's celebration. What are we talking about here? That's the Izzy because he did it after he knocked out Alex Pereira on the fourth attempt? Bro, come on. Come on, bro. Izzy has the TikTok fans too, bro. Some people just have the TikTok fans. And it's okay. Like, Khabib has the TikTok fans, bro. Like, they'll take a couple clips from a Khabib fight and they'll be like, man, look at this vicious ground and pound. Of course it was vicious ground and pound, bro. It was 10 seconds. And you've clipped it into a TikTok edit and put some drill beat over it and you think it sounds cool, bro. Okay. I mean, that's fair. Dude, it's just like, it's unbearable. It's actually unbearable. I can't actually believe it, bro. People are actually doing that, bro. Man, my word, bro. Oh my gosh. Over here cheesing me off, bro. Who will be the UFC's next double champion? Alexandre Pantoja does not beat Sean O'Malley. If we're just going off of this, I don't think any flyweight beats Sean O'Malley. I don't think anybody here beats Volk until Volk becomes an old head. Volk could beat Islam if they do that. That's probably the most likely next double champ matchup, to be honest. Islam versus Leon. Leon beats him, bro. But he's a likely double champion. Leon versus Izzy does not win. Nobody beats Izzy at welterweight for the most part. I mean, maybe Shavkat, but dude, Shavkat might be. I think Shavkat's overhyped, to be honest. Jeff Neal was piecing his dome. Anyways, Israel Adesanya could be very likely a double champion because, especially if Alex Pereira wins the title, they're going to want to do that trilogy in MMA. And then if they can make Izzy double champ off of that, dude, oh my gosh, the UFC would just be salivating at that point in time. Saying, oh my gosh, Izzy, thank you for winning that fight. You've beaten Alex Pereira. They would love that, dude. They would love that. So I could see Izzy getting the next title shot at light heavyweight. And then no light heavyweight beats John Jones or pretty much anybody in the heavyweight division because they're 60 pounds heavier than him. So, yeah. And I could see Zhang Weili actually beating Alexa Grasso. And then women's bantamweight doesn't have a champion, but I could see Zhang Weili being the next double champion. I'd like to see it, but who knows, man. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Chat. We're waiting on chat right now. Spice it up, baby. Yeah, UFC 293 is low-key a dead card, man. I'm going to be honest, UFC 293 is somewhat of a dead card. It's like alright, it's just not to my standards. Chat is dead right now. I'm not even gonna lie. Chat is dead right now. Most people are not watching. Does Aaron Blanchfield become champ? Let's scroll down here. Yeah, she does. No, I just think that at some point, dude, she's young, bro. She's like 23, 24. At some point, everybody else is gonna get older. Even if she doesn't get it on her first attempt, these other people, Alexa Grasso, Valentina Shevchenko's nearly done. Valentina's probably not gonna be. She might not even reclaim the title over Alexa Grasso. And Aaron Blanchfield just beat one of the hardest matchups in the division for her, Taila Santos. That fight she's not gonna get much credit for, but Taila Santos debatably beat Valentina Shevchenko. So I do think that Aaron Blanchfield could become champion, and yeah, that I was kind of judging her last fight because she got kind of pieced up. I'm not even gonna lie, but it's just kind of how the game goes, I guess. Chat is dead right now. We need chat. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Interesting stuff though to come up from the UFC, man. Bro, 50 minutes talking is crazy. Does Manon Fiorot become champion? No, bro. She couldn't even barely beat a Rose Namajunas with one pinky broken, bro. She doesn't, dude. She doesn't. She looked alright, but she's just not champ, bro. Aaron Blanchfield beats her, bro. Taila Santos beats her. Valentina Shevchenko beats her. Alexa Grasso beats her. Give me Lauren Murphy. No, just Jessica Andrade does beat Manon Fiorot, though, I will say. I know Lucas Beam does not rate Jessica Andrade very high because he's seeing Jessica on her downfall and in the group chat, but Jessica Andrade is better than people give her credit for, man. Especially DLB 121. Chat, where you at, chat? We need more questions, chat. Jessica is a bum, bro. She's not a bum, dude. I gotta see her Tapology now, bro. You've made me angry. Dun, 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 dun. Look at that, 24-12. That's questionable for sure. We got to highlight MMA. 15-10 is definitely questionable, but it hasn't been great for her recently. Okay, let's be real. Mackenzie Dern, she's gonna lose, bro. She's gonna lose to Mackenzie Dern, but at this point, she's showing up for paychecks, dude. Prime Jessica Andrade, you didn't want to mess around with, dude. Look at this, Tatiana Suarez, she lost. That was a bad loss too. Okay, all these fights have been bad losses, but you haven't been watching her for a long time, bro. That fight she did, even against Lauren Murphy, bro, that fight was crazy. The Amanda Lemos fight, the standing arm triangle. I mean, come on, bro. How you gonna disrespect a former strawweight champion like that, bro? This 3-loss streak has been kind of devastating, bro. It's about to turn into a 4-loss streak, but she is showing up for paychecks at this point. You gotta hop off the stream. I'm gonna lose all my comments now, bro. Dang it. We might have to end the stream right there, chat. Dude, come on now. How are we gonna underrate Jessica Andrade like that, bro? She just loses to the best competition, okay? And she has good wins, bro. Raquel Pennington, she beat Angela Hill, Rose Namajunas, Carolina Kowalkiewicz, man, Tisha Torres. She's got good wins, bro. She's just been fighting forever, so of course she's gonna be like, she's gonna have a ton of losses, bro. But come on now, don't underrate my girl Jessica Andrade right there. Anyways, chat, with that one, man, I think I'm hopping off as well. Actually, real quick, we can look at some of the upcoming UFC events. Man, that's a good looking poster right there, actually. As I just turned it to that, I did like that poster, I will say. Anyways, let's look right here. Dude, Noche UFC for UFC Fight Night. Dude, this is the one I need to be at in Las Vegas. Get me there. Get me there, chat. I need to be there next weekend in Las Vegas. This card, it's alright. Do they still have Shavkat on here? I was wondering, because Jack Della Maddalena is a great fight. Okay, that card is pretty good, I will say. If I saw a D-Rod, then I'd see his last fight and this fight. Raul Rosas Jr., Daniel Zellhuber. I mean, there's some good guys on here. Lupi Godinez. Roman Kopilov's back. That's interesting. A lot of people are going to be watching Tracy Cortez, Natan Levy. Yeah, interesting. Interesting stuff. Noche UFC. Great poster, I will say. Dude, I just hope Alexa Grasso wins. I'm going to be honest. Rafael Fiziev versus Mateusz Gamrot. That's a good one. That card is actually pretty nice, I think. But that's at the Apex, dude. All Apex cards are kind of ruined. Yeah, this is when Bryce Mitchell returns. Tim Dirty Bird Means is back. Andre Fialho. That fight should not be as high on the card as it is. Brian Battle, my boy, after coming off that win over Gabriel Green in his last fight, fights AJ Fletcher, who I think... No, he's not undefeated. But he's good. He's all right. That'll be a good one. And then Muhammad Usman's back, dude. Jake Collier, I expect him to get it done in that one. And, yeah, very interesting. That's a good card, actually. I like that card a lot. Makhachev versus Oliveira 2. UFC 294. This card's just fantastic, but they don't even got all the fights on here. But Nasruddin Maival versus Ikram Aliskerov is a great fight. Paulo Costa versus Hamza Chimaev is a great fight. Obviously, Islam Makhachev versus Charles Oliveira is a great fight. Curtis Blades versus Jalton Almeida. And Curtis Blades is showing up for the paychecks like Jessica Andrade at this point, but that's a good one, man. And Elvis Brenner on the card. Dude, this one's in Sao Paulo. That's going to be a good one. Renat Fakhretdinov's on the card. Yeah, this card is going to be sick, man. Denise Gomes versus Angela Hill. Rogerio Nascimento versus Dante Mays. Vitor Petrino versus Modestas Bukauskas. Kai Borrello versus Sultan Ruzabayev. That's a good one. And Armand Petrosian versus Rodolfo Vieira. That card's looking good, man. That card is looking very good, I do have to say. And then Johnny Bones Jones versus Stipe Miocic, UFC 294. And Brendan Allen versus Paul Craig. Anyways, though, this card's good. Mackenzie Dern, man. That's going to be a good fight. Derek Brunson versus Roman Dialite is a great fight. Matt Schnell versus Steven Erzeg is a decent fight. Joshua Van Zandt, it's going to be a good fight. Not too much on that, but my boy Derek Brunson's coming back. North Carolina representing on that one. And then this card doesn't have really much to it yet, but I do like that main event, although I don't think it should be a main event. And then 2 more fights just got announced today. This man Bobby Green getting a fight announcement. Let's see, do they have it on Tapology yet? They should. Let's see here. Yeah, they got it. Grant Dawson. That's going to be a good fight night. I think that Grant Dawson easily wins that, though. Yeah, and that's a good one. Drew Dober's back versus Ricky Glenn. Chris Gutierrez is on the card. Montel Jackson. Joe Pyfer's on the card. Grant Dawson versus Bobby Green. Bill Algio's on the card. Yeah, I like that card. Felipe Lins or Zion Kutalaba. I like that card a lot. That card has a lot of good names on it. Let me go to UFC's Tapology because there are going to be some interesting stuff. This is the one at T-Mobile. think that should be UFC 2. I don't know which UFC that is, actually. I don't know which one that is. UFC 290 Fight Night Target Center, Minneapolis. I did not know that was a fight card. December 2nd, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Okay. I don't know who's fighting there, but that'll be interesting to see who gets that one. But that should be a pretty good fight night because it's at a it'll be on the road, so those are always normally better. This one will be good. That's all the way in November though for Paul Craig, man. That's crazy how late that's gonna be, and we're almost gonna be in 2024, man. UFC 294 is gonna be good, man. This was the other one that got announced today: Sadiq Yusuff versus Edson Barboza. And yeah, this one, Bobby King Green, that fight card will be going while I'm out of the country, but you know, who knows. This card's pretty good. Jonathan Martinez versus Adrian Yanez. Jennifer Maia, Michelle Pereira. Christian Rodriguez versus Cameron Simon. Dude, that's a good one. I actually like that one. I'm reading out Alex Scraw versus Melissa Dixon is a good one. Ashley Yoder versus... yeah, that's a good one. David Dvorak's back versus Tatsuro Taira. That's a good one. Tainara Lisboa. Saw her fight in Charlotte. That's a good one. Yeah. Rani Yaya's back. Okay, that's a good one. Darren Elkins. Okay, I like that one a lot. Sadiq Yusuff. That's actually a good card, I think. So, interesting stuff, man. Some good fights we have on the horizon, I will say. So, I'm excited for it. Let me know, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, man. It's been fun. It's been real. I enjoyed it all, everybody. So, thank you guys all so much for watching, man. Peace out. I will see you all in the next one. I like these live streams, man. This is 2 nights in a row I'm doing the live streams. This one was just more of a fun one. Just not, reacting to anything, but just kind of talking and saying some of my piece about some of these fights and stuff. Because I do enjoy it, man. I do actually like talking about the UFC and talking about boxing. I know this was a boxing live chat. It turned into more of a UFC live chat, but it's okay, man. I enjoy all of it. If I had a boxing chat, I probably would have gone to more boxing, but, my boy wants to hear about the UFC, so I'm not going to disappoint. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all in